DJ Pest, my homeboy Pest. Man, DJ Pest on the ones and twos. DJ Pest. DJ Pest.
Pest, holla at me.
DJ Pest is on the beats, ladies and gentlemen.
It's your boy DJ Pest, a.k.a. The Bad Guy. And look who I have across from me right now.
Listen, we outside. We in Arizona.
Stunna, man. What's good?
What's up?
When did you move? Because it's been a minute. You ain't been here in a while.
Yeah. So I moved, I want to say 2014 or 16 or something like that. 2014, I think. It's like 8 years ago now. Like, this is 8 years.
Why New York?
Like, it wasn't going to be Arizona. I just felt like, I had to get out of town. And I always liked New York energy. Like, they just more so in they bag, like, just kind of focused and they kind of give you space to do what you want. Like, everybody's so different. Everybody has such a different style. You just have the space to be who you want. And that was, like, the main thing for me. I'm like, I could go out there. I can get on theater. I could do this. I can model. And everything's at your fingertips. So, it was just, I felt like that was the place I want to make that move.
So you visited New York?
Never.
Never visited New York?
When I left here, I graduated high school. And literally, like, a month later, I flew to New York, flew there, packed all my shit, vacuum sealed, dipped out to New York, never stepped foot there before. Didn't have no family there, no friends, just out.
Tell me about that, though. I mean, that comes with fear. Were you fearless, or you just...
No, I'm not a fearless person. I have fears, but, there's just an exciting element, to chasing your dreams and, there's excited. I feel like I had I was anxious, but I'm not gonna lie. Once I got to New York and it was so beautiful, just like everything I pictured, it was like, oh yeah, this for me. That's what I was feeling like. I was like, yeah, this is my town. Like, I remember just like driving through the FDR, looking at the buildings for the first time. I was like, oh yeah, we locked in.
Yeah.
So
So what was the first thing that happened for you where you was like, this is the best decision I made?
I would say I had some, like, obviously no path is easy. So I was in college. That was my avenue. I went to college up there. I was a little bit upstate for the first 2 months that I lived in New York. Like, I was like an hour away from the city and stuff. So I never took the train. I never did none of that before. But that was the only way you could really get a crib. Like, and it's impossible to get an apartment in New York if you're not making like good money and you don't have a real job. If you're under 21, like, so at that time, being 18 with like no credit right out the house, like, it was like clipped for any apartment getting. It was just straight to a roommate. So. The first thing that I really experienced when I got down there is I met my first manager, and at the time he was working with people from Love and Hip Hop. So I was immediately in position, I think I did an episode of Love and Hip Hop where I did something with Jack Thriller first. Something that was viral. I can't even remember at this time, but that was like, okay, yeah, it's easy like this, and just like kind of getting in there. And I remember, just doing things every day from the local projects, just being at all the local radio stations, being at all the local spots, whether it's in the Bronx, whether it's in Mount Vernon, Brooklyn, Queens, wherever. I'm not from here, so all of that was like a first time for me, just going to these different venues and then also getting like these major gigs. Like, I want to say the first year that I lived there, I published in my first magazine. I did a few episodes of Love and Hip Hop. Within the first year I was there, I had some good opportunities. I made some, like, I think I was in a movie that was on Blockbuster, like. That was the element. Like, damn, it's closer than you expect. Your dreams are closer than than you think. So it made it a little bit easier to kind of push through everything else. But
you going anywhere else? Or you staying in New York?
No, I mean, that's not my final place. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about going to Atlanta. I also traveled there a lot. I'm a travel person. So even though I'm always like living in New York, like this past year in New York, I'm half the month I'm on tour. So I'm in every state. I'm just outside. I'm liking Atlanta. I like Miami, and then I feel like LA might have to be that last stop when I can get one of those cribs up in Calabasas, up in the hills, just a nice little. When I can get one of those, then that's a little spot. I'm just worried about something tragic happening, a tragic earthquake.
Yeah,
droughts. There's too much stuff going on out there. It's giving me anxiety.
Yeah, that's one of my big fears.
Like, what if your house just fall right off the cliff?
Yeah, it don't help watching San Andreas and movies like that. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
your fault.
Were you doing music before you moved to New York? Did you have that?
Yeah. From high school, I was definitely. My name was Stunna Dior. From when I was here, actually.
Yep.
So. That was why, because I was rapping. I just didn't, officially put out any music. But I have YouTube videos that was up, me rapping in school and just, being at different places and freestyling with my friends. It was always something I wanted to do. But for me, it was just about doing it the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't have the education and how to create music, but I know I respected music so much that I wasn't going to put out nothing that wasn't, like, valid. Like, if it sounded booty, I was not going to put it out.
Were you born in Arizona or were you born in Michigan?
I was born in Detroit, yeah.
Yeah. So you was born in Detroit. When did y'all move out here? Before we go any further, I know you personally. I know your moms and stuff like that. So when you were born in Detroit, you moved to Arizona, and when you moved to Arizona, what was the mission then for you? I know you were still in school, but what was the mission?
Always the same thing. It was really just building, because we moved to Arizona. I don't know, like 2010 or something like that, around that time. So, before that in Detroit, like, I lived in the city. I was still like a city girl. I was outside. Detroit, they love fashion, so my day-to-day life was kind of similar to what New York was like in those aspects of just like the culture. And it was more so a culture shock moving here, because it was different from what,
Facts.
like, I know, like, they like big fur coats and Cartiers, bust down, True Religions in Detroit. Like, you got to be fly. So I went to performing arts schools. I went to Detroit Academy of Arts and Sciences. I went to Winans Academy. So I always say that I was training for everything that I'm doing today from when I was a child.
Yeah.
Because growing up in Detroit, from kindergarten, I was taking ballet, jazz, modern. I was learning how to play different instruments. I was playing the violin, cello. I played sports. I did possibly everything that you could do in front of a crowd, because I just looked at it all like, it's practice for the big stage.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about this music. You got the videos popping right now. Is it a album you're working on, EP, mixtape, just pushing singles?
The pressure.
The pressure?
Pressure. Everybody keeps asking me.
Yeah.
Hey, is there an album? Is there EP?
Yeah.
I'm really focused on just creating good, solid records and putting those out. I don't want to pressure myself to put it together a project. When I do, I feel like, I'm going to know, like, this is that one. But I still feel like I'm building so much. And, like, I'm just, like, infiltrating into the rap world. I'm trying to hop on everybody's track. Like, I'm more so concerned with just building that way and just creating dope-ass projects, dope visuals, just, collectively combining. And me as an artist, I'm not just only an artist. I'm a brand that does so many other things. So I want to focus on making sure that I'm intertwined. And when I'm intertwining my music, I'm intertwining my modeling, I'm intertwining my fashion, that it all collectively makes sense with everything that I've been doing for all of these years. Mm-hmm. So I'm just focused on putting out one good project at a time. And then, whether that turns into an EP or album, then it comes, but there's no date set on that right now.
Yeah, when would you know, like, it's album time?
When I got the records that I feel like, like, when I got a catalog, like, I got some solid music, and I make really, really good music, and I love learning, and I love the process of creating. So for me, it's like, I still feel like I'm still learning, and I still feel like every day that I'm in the studio, I'm better, I'm challenging myself more and stuff like that. So I feel like when I feel like I'm like, Incredible Hulk, Super Saiyan, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to drop this album, like, and when Stunna says that she's gonna do something, I'm not doing nothing short of little, like, it's gonna be grand. So I know that when that time comes, it's just gonna be like, all right, I'm ready. I'm throwing the album release party.
Yeah.
I'm touring. I'm throwing the album release party in 5 different states. Like, I'm going big or I'm going home with it. So, that's kind of what it's about right now. Just waiting. You get a single. We get a single release party. We go on tour with the single. Imagine how crazy the album's going to go.
Yeah. I never laid my head in New York and had a driver's license in New York. So tell me about the speed, because I look on your Instagram page, you somewhere popping. Mm-hmm. I look on your Instagram page the next day, you somewhere else popping. So is it harder out there, or is it somewhat easy, or is it just coming natural because you from the city, you from Detroit, you know how to network, you know how to move?
It's a combination of all those things. I feel like, as an artist, you got to know how to move. You got to know how to be in the right rooms and how to be in a position where people want to continuously invite you out. You have to be memorable, but you can't overdo it. Yeah. So it's just really finding a good balance. But the easiness of it, like, being outside in New York, is that, like, New York is mad small. Like, Like New York is just this big, like between the 5 boroughs and stuff, it's so tiny, you know, that everything is very close. You're not driving over than 20 miles to go anywhere. If you drive 20 miles, you're at Long Island. Like, you're not driving that far to really go anywhere. So you have easy access to all these events and venues and stuff like that quicker. You're more likely to bump into somebody because the radius is just so small. So being that everybody's kind of in the right spot, once you in the right environment or you notice what's going on, that's what makes it easier. The harder aspect is, like, you know, being prepared. Like, you got to be on go. Like me, I wake up, I get dressed every day. Like, I just came from a 6-hour drive like this. Like, I woke up and I got dressed like this and went on the drive. So you got to be prepared because you don't know who's going to call you at what moment. And you got to be able to get in the door. You got to be able to finesse. You got to know the right people. You got to shake the right hands. You got to bump the right shoulders. And you got to stay consistent because the moment that you're not in the right spots, they forget about your ass. Like, I promise they forget about you. It'll be 1 week, you gone, and you come back, and you're not getting invited anywhere. They forget about you. So it's just about that consistency. Like, that's really what makes it, you know, possible to really be outside. And when everybody kind of knows you and you got your vibe or whatever, and you're not doing the most, but and creating value, because that's the thing. Everybody want to be around somebody that they feel like they can get something from or that could be beneficial to them. Like, that's the thing. You got to add value to the game. So, you know, I add a lot of value. I add a lot of seeds. You know, I planted a lot of seeds in the industry, from fashion to music. Even before I started recording my own, I worked with so many different artists. I was in so many different artists' videos. I did background vocals. I did so much in the music game before I ever dropped music that now when I got music, I have the support of mad rappers, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's really just about adding that value. And then it helps you build. It helps you have a foundation. You valid anywhere because you know the right people already.
You were featured in Megan Thee Stallion's video, weren't you?
Yeah. I was in the BITCH video.
Yeah. How did that happen? Is that something that you like to talk about?
I mean, honestly, it's so funny because now I've grown to like to talk about that. I've been in a million quadrillion music videos, major celebrities.
Really? Yeah.
So many. I'm doing videos all the time. I just did Bobby Shmurda. I was with Quavo, and I just, you know, I'm in the French Montana Fuck With Me Get It Bag video, Pop Smoke, 50 Cent, all of these mega stars. I'm in a lot of these videos. So it's funny when people mention the Meg thing because it's just that I look like her. So I was her stunt double. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what often comes out. I was getting in a car yesterday and somebody was like, "Have a good day, y'all," and buy Meg Thee Stallion. Like, really? Like that's just a regular. I'll be at red lights and people be like, "Yo, it's Meg," like all the time.
The reason why I talk about that, I remember that video had happened and I saw your mother had shared it and I was like, "Oh shit, she in there," you know what I'm saying? And now that I'm tapped in, now I'm seeing you in more. But I just didn't know if that was the first time or.
Nah, that was, you know, I was from Young M.A. Like before she did Ooh, I was with the Jack Thriller dance, and I've done so many videos with artists over the years. It's just a lot of times, you know, people, they go over people's heads, and like I said, if you don't stay consistent, they forget about the last move that you did, you know, 3-4 months ago. They want to know what you're doing right now. So it's really about what people are currently seeing. I probably shot so many major music videos that never got released, and like I worked with the people and I got behind the scenes, but the videos didn't get released or they reshot it or whatever. So, you know, that's one of the things I've been doing that helped build it. But since quarantine, it's just been a major time for music videos that, like, how many videos I was doing, how many times you see me on TV just increased crazy. You know, I was in everybody's video every single week. I was with somebody else, like. But it's a time that people shooting videos to stream. So
is this artist stunner or fashion stunner when it comes to you being in music videos?
It's definitely modeling, fashion stunner. That's how you get the opportunity. And when I come on sets, I like to have respect for artists because for the simple fact that I am an artist, I don't like it when people on my sets like doing the most. Like, you got to make it easier. They trying to capture their vision and what they have too. So my job, as if you book me for whatever you book me for, I'm coming there as that person. Like, if I'm on set, modeling, I'm not really going to give you no fashion advice. That's not my, you didn't book me as a stylist today, but if you booked me as a stylist, now I can dress you. You can look crazy. I just, you didn't book me for that. I'm here to be a model. It's not my job to kind of be all over the place. If you offer or you ask for help or if they need something, then that's really great to fill in. But I like to just focus on doing one job very, very well. And then when the time presents itself, now you do music. So a lot of people, they know me from different things. Like when I'm in spots, a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't know you rapped, or I didn't know you modeled. Like some people only know me as a rapper, not as a model. Yeah. Some people know me from working behind the scenes and doing production and working with, other things. It just really depends.
Here you got a channel on Roku.
Yes.
It's already out or is in development?
It's out, yeah. It's been out almost close to a year now. Still building on it. But SDTV, Stunna Dior TV, is available on Apple TV, Verizon, and Roku platforms. I just created a TV network to give content creators the opportunity to stream their music or their projects or whatever they're creating, and just to a bigger platform. This project to me, I feel like it's just something that's bigger than me. It's bigger than me being an artist and me being a model. It's more so about me being able to give the outlet to others and help others shine their lights, and get the opportunities to build and create a better resume for themselves. And in addition to work on that, I just got a job I'm a pod coach. I have a podcast that's in Times Square. I'm working with Welcome to Times Square. It's called Tapped In. We shoot in the Paramount building. I have two co-hosts, Tammy Jean and Barbie Steph. And it's a super dope, culture-based show. We'll be interviewing a lot of major talents and artists. So, that's something else that we added on the roster. And from then, it's just keep going. So, you're going to see me on more billboards, more magazines, more videos.
Well, you got a full roster, but is there anything else into the next year that we need to be expecting to come from Stunna Dior?
Listen, let me
talk your shit.
Expect the unexpected.
Okay.
That's what you should expect. Expect the unexpected. Y'all know when y'all see some shit, y'all like, what? Stunna got a perfume now? Stunna got, just expect the unexpected. Because me, I'm an open-minded person. I like to try new things, and I'm a creative. So I always got dope ideas. Shit changes every day. Today I'm doing this. Tomorrow I could be doing that. Just expect the unexpected. Look out for those new music videos coming soon. Just shot 3 videos in Cali, shooting some shit down here in Phoenix. So definitely check out the videos that we got coming out soon. The Off the Grid video is out right now on YouTube. Go tap in. That remix video is super fire. Shout out to Comatose Rose, directed that. And
that's the one where you had on the vest?
The vest.
Yo.
Yeah,
that video was fire.
Yeah, shout out to
saw you doing the push-ups. And how many can you do?
I ain't gonna front.
How many push-ups?
That was 4 push-ups for that shot. I was shaking in my boots. I was shaking. The vest was a little heavy. I'm like,
yeah, you did
then we
that.
get the take.
Yeah, you did that.
My mom, she just got titled as Queen Chief over in West Africa.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does that feel? I mean, you right here, but
I haven't even seen her since this happened. So I'm gonna be going home this evening, seeing her. We definitely talked on the phone and just learning a little bit more about the heritage and kind of like things that are expected as me. I have to go in and go through my ceremony as well. But I'm successor with over 1 million people in West Africa. So it's we got a nice little.
But you can't just say this so calmly, like.
I don't know. I'm still taking it in.
Yeah,
but it's like I always was a princess.
How did you find out? Was it by text message, phone call?
Text message.
So she was just like, you're a princess
Well,
now.
she was telling me that she was going over. We're just so busy. My mom and I both have so many different things going on that we talk is really fast. Like, I'm like, I just hung out with French Montana. She's like, I just hung out with the Prince of Egypt. Like, it's just back and forth really, really quick all the time. So she told me she was going down there. I was actually supposed to be going with her to Africa to another country, but my schedule got packed this month and I had so many things to do that I stayed back in New York. And then they called her and told her, hey, you need to come down here within a week to have your ceremony. They appointed you as queen. So she flew down there. She went she sent me a text. I posted the text message on my Instagram, and she was like, you're officially a princess, and you as my successor of the Dakimpa Palace, and it's just, it was like, I was like, okay, what? And I went, and there's news articles about it, and I start seeing the videos and the pictures and everything, and I'm like, okay, this is really real. And I like knowing my mom, like she has so many friends in like dope high positions that it's like I expect the unexpected from her all the time. Like she calls me with like, oh, I just jumped out of a plane. That's her. Like she's always got the crazy stories. People think that I'm the one, but it's like that's the one. So when she told me this, it was just new information, but I'm still taking it in, and I'm excited to go over and to meet the village, to meet the kingdom that we're with, and to learn more about my people, and just for the whole experience. I'm really excited. And me being a rapper, I don't know. I think I'm the first female rapper. I'm the first female rapper that's a princess.
You just realized that just a second ago, didn't you?
No, I didn't realize. I realized that when she told me.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, like, what's the next rap song gonna sound like now? I mean, this is princess rapping.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I have been telling people I can't do that. I'm a princess now. Okay. They're like, yo, Stunna, can you take the trash out? I can't do that. I'm a princess now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just excited. I definitely want to incorporate a lot of it. When I go down there, I want to definitely sit with my team and create a lot of stuff over there. That's like my major priority. I've been to Africa tons of times already. I want to be able to just go over there and shoot more content, and also go over there as just branding. I know that I'm talking with a few different artists on doing some collaborations in West Africa and possible tours, and just continuing to expand my brand on the global platform.
So at this point, I have to continuously check on you. I have to.
Yeah.
And at this point, I have to check on you more frequently. I have to every week.
What
happened this week?
Every day, exactly. Yeah. Every day you have to a follow up. That's what I do with my team. They got to call me like 3 times a day, because from the top of the morning to the end of the night is something different. Like, yeah. I called them by the evening. My manager's like, "What's going on today?" I'm like, "I'm a princess, so can we rewrite my bio?" They're like, "What?" Like every day is something new. I'm excited for the future, honestly. I feel like everything's finally tying itself in together. Yeah. The last time that I was living in Arizona, the last month I was in high school, I won most likely to be successful, most optimistic, and best dressed. And now I'm back here 8 years later. I'm going to do my first show here, performing as a rapper, the same girl who was shooting YouTube videos, in class. Like, it's just been a journey, but, and it's still so much to go. It's like, not like, oh, shit, she's super lit, but like, it's still so much to go. But I am appreciative of all the opportunities and everything that I've done and experienced till today.
Do you feel any pressure with you being in New York? Do you feel any pressure to get signed? Or do you like this independent journey?
I don't feel pressure. I want to get signed a little bit, but it has to be the right situation for me, because I'm a business person. So at the end of the day, it got to make sense for my brand. Like, you can't just think that you discovered me at this point. Like, you can Google me and check your facts on that. Can't nobody come and think they discover me and they're going to do this. I'm confident in what I have in my, in my skill set, my abilities and stuff. I just feel pressure to reach a certain level of success at a certain amount of time. That's like the biggest pressure that I feel, but not like a pressure to do any certain things. You know what I mean? Just to just continue to grow and like faster. Like,
you being in New York, do you bump into a lot of representatives from record labels and stuff like that on a casual night out, or?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the dope part about it. I'm meeting, my building right now is in the same building that Def Jam is in. Like, I know so many personal A&Rs. I know so many famous producers that work with megastars. And honestly, the grind for everybody is the same. Even the next person that's worked with Beyonce as a choreographer or a producer or a writer, they're still on an everyday grind for the next thing as well. So that's the thing. In New York, you meet a lot of people, but you all feel like you guys are all the same no matter what level they are, because you all still working. You still on the same path. So, I rub shoulders with people, and, I have a lot of dope relationships. DJ Drewski and, just a lot of people, DJ Young B. These people are with the Coalition DJs. They breaking records all the time. These are people that, I'm developing close relationships with that, you know, when time comes, that's gonna be my record being broken. I see them every day. We outside every single day. You know what I mean? Same events. It's different venues, same events, same people.
Yeah.
You know, so New York is a unique place because it's small. It's just about what you do with your opportunities.
Yeah. Anybody that you want to work with right now at this current moment? You work with a lot of people, but is there somebody that you need to have on your checklist saying, I work with this person?
I want to work with, I'm not going to lie. I'm a person, I want to get out there and work with everybody that's lit. Everybody that's lit, I want to work with them. Like I really enjoy creating. So, and I learn from other people's process and all that shit. So I'm trying to work with everybody. The Baby, Little Baby, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Fabio Foreign, Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj. Like, I want to work with everybody. Yeah. I want to work with everybody. I don't know what to say. I want to work with everybody. No,
that's a legit answer. I like asking you these kind of questions because, like, how do you ask what somebody's goals
Coco
is that's
Chanel,
already done what you've done?
I want to work with everybody. I need to be in Paris Fashion Week. I want to work with Vogue. You know, I just want to work with a lot of different people. I even want to work on building NFTs and other stuff on the technical side of things. I have so many different ideas as an artist and as a creative and as a, you know, as a growing entrepreneur and businesswoman that, like, I'm just eager for opportunities. Like, I'm an opportunity chaser.
I ask a lot of artists, I ask them the simple questions. I can't ask you those questions. You know, I can't ask you, you know, like, how do you feel about hip hop and how do you feel like, because a lot of people are just, no disrespect to anybody that may feel offended, but just a lot of people are such at an entry level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you're 1 second away from just, well, you already accomplished so much in comparison, you know, so.
It's just that one really, really viral moment. Like, that's just going to take me personally to the next level.
But you've had your viral moments, haven't you?
That's a million viral moments. I don't know. I could tally up the views. I done been in.
Tell me your biggest one. Talk about your biggest viral moment at this current time.
I don't even know what would be considered I gotta check the views on what's considered the viral moment. You feel me? I don't know. I know like even Pop Smoke with the Woo, that song has, I don't know, like 30 million views. Like, these different things that I've done have millions and millions of views that you can catch me in that I'm not even sure. And then as far, those are just moments that other people can see. My life on the day-to-day is 10 times more lit than just people seeing me in the videos next to one person or like a little moment on my story, because when you in the latest parties and the most private parties, nobody got their phone out. So that's when I'm really with the icons, but there's no footage of that. So, you know.
Why is that?
It's just protecting privacy. Like, you know.
So you walking into parties and they're saying, like, no phones?
Yeah, there's no phone situations.
My life is
celebrities
trash.
all the time.
Yeah,
that's what they do. So it's like, I got T on a lot of people because you just there, but no one is able to record it. But we just got to have privacy. You know, the internet will just see one thing, you talking to any person, and just take that story and go, brrr. So, you know, the inner group, we just try to get together and bring the private chefs and bring the private everything and book it big and solo. Go G5, you feel me, and fly out and rent mansions and rent 20 jet skis. Like, this is regular for them, that there's just no phones allowed.
and this happens.
This happens often. I'm always at private
7
parties.
days a week. How many times are you partying?
Let's see. Last night I was with Migos, 808, and all of them at a house party, smoking on Offset. Like, that's that. Last night I was with 112, Maya, Michael Blackston. You know, I don't know. It's 7 days a week. Some weeks 5 days a week I might do some viral shit. Like,
that's lit.
It's every opportunity. Like I said, I'm an opportunity grabber. So if you call me and you let me know there's somewhere to be at, there's a release party, there's a listening party, there's a private party, and it's somewhere that I can network at and show face, I'm gonna be there. And I feel like the more you come to people's stuff, like, and show love, the more people support and show you love back. So I'm just all about really getting out there and networking and just showing face. Like, so if anything, they're gonna be like, yo, I seen that girl before. Like, everybody's like, yo, I seen her before. Like, she's everywhere.
Yeah. So off camera, I'm going to get advice from you. I just realized that I need to get some upgrades and have to understand things a lot different. I might just go on a carry on with you back to New York and
come on, I'll put you in my luggage.
Yeah, see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? But this is Stunna Dior. Where can they find you out on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at The Real Stunna Dior. You can find me on Facebook at The Real Stunna Dior. Go like that page. On YouTube, Stunna Dior TV. Like, comment, subscribe. Go and check out my new music video. Off the Grid remix is out right now. I got new music coming soon. Super dope features. Oh, Demon Time just hit 60,000 streams with Plexo Pest. And, Jadakiss is supporting that right now. And just like a lot of other big things going on. So tap in, go stream my music, Stunna Dior, available on all streaming platforms and networks. And go follow me. And if you have a Roku remote or Apple TV remote at home, go and download Stunna Dior TV. It's free and it's free 99 to support. So y'all don't got no excuses, and rate me 5 stars. Period.
It's lit. It's lit. It's lit, man. Your boy DJ Pest, Stunna Dior, U-Choice Radio. You already know the vibes. But yeah, we out, man.
Hey, DJ Pest, my homeboy Pest. Man, DJ Pest on the 1 2. DJ Pest. DJ Pest.
Pest, holla at me. DJ Pest is on the beats, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest internet radio station on the planet.
Even the other radio stations are tuning in.
Your choice, your music. UChoiceradio.com.